personal trainer Yona Simmons in the basement, aka the DanDe'Jour studio. But before I get ahead of myself, if you do not know me, my name is Daniel T. I'm a certified personal trainer who does dope interviews on people making it happen. And Miss Yona Simmons has definitely been making it happen for a very long time. So Yona, welcome back. Give me some.
What's up? What's up?
In honor of George Anderson,
Yes.
all day.
Yes.
What's up, though?
Not much, getting ready for this barbecue coming up. We got like 1 week in a day.
We got 1 week.
1 week.
You get nervous?
For the barbecue? No, I'm not really nervous. I'm just, anxious. Anxious. Like, we've been planning, we've been going, like, let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Yeah. So, I'm not really nervous this time.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you a few additional questions before we actually get to the barbecue, because a lot has changed since the last time we talked. So, who is Yona Simmons right now?
So everybody knows me as KFIT, work hard, eat better. I'm a personal trainer for athletes. Right now we're doing any kind of sports, just to help athletes get into the best shape that they possibly can to perform in whatever sport they is. So if it's, basketball, football, cheerleading, volleyball, soccer, we kind of take everything.
Okay. What still keeps you motivated, considering the grind is still the grind?
Mm-hmm. I think keeping motivated is the kids, just seeing how much they put into things and how much they want out of things and stuff or whatever. It keeps me motivated to keep pushing, because I must be doing something right. I must be telling them something right that they, are understanding, because they keep coming back, saying more come and stuff, whatever. And a lot of them are benefiting off of it. I'm seeing a lot of, progression from individuals, and I think that's what keeps me motivated the most, to see them win, and it could be small wins or big wins.
Do they try you still? If I need to see you do it.
Oh yeah, every day. That's why I get in there. I get in there and work out with them for sure, because they are at the age where it's like, okay, you telling me to do this hard stuff and this challenging, but
I need to see you do
it. You do it or whatever? So yes, everything that I tell my athletes to do, 9 times out of 10, I've already done it before they did or whatever. And I get out there and work out with some that can keep up. So I always tell them, you can't work out with me unless you're gonna go hard, unless you in shape, because once I get to going, there's no stopping me or whatever. So I do kind of get in there and work out with a couple of them that can keep up with me. And, they push me as well as I push them. So I think that's the fun part, probably for them too, to see okay, my trainer actually getting out here, getting in the field with me, doing this stuff or whatever, and not just yelling at me, telling me to do stuff.
How many times a day do you work out now? You just pick one particular person or group that you will work out with? That's how I do it now.
Well, no, so I don't really do it it's not every week. It'd be sometimes okay, because sometimes if I got one kid, and I try to make sure that it's only me and one other kid. So if I got groups, I'm not getting into groups, because I got to make sure that I'm monitoring everybody and watching everybody or whatever. But if it's just one other kid or whatever, or maybe 2 at the most, and I know that they, I can trust them to do every set, and they're not going to cheat on no numbers and stuff like that, then I'll do it with them or whatever. But it's randomly okay, I'm going to work out with you today, or I didn't get to work out today, so I'm going to jump in your workout or something like that. So it's not weekly, it's randomly.
Do you ever have children that try to cheat when you turn your back, or are you focusing on somebody else?
Yeah, I have kids that so the kids, they think that I don't know them personally.
Yeah.
They think I don't know them.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, one kid to do, I say do 50 reps, and then this kid to get done for this kid, but I know this kid is not physically fit like this kid. So how is this kid? You didn't do 50 reps, and I'll say something, and then they'll be and they'll go back and do it, you know what I'm saying? So it's just about holding them accountable.
And you really cheating yourself.
I tell them that, but you know how kids are. They'll try to get around it.
They're gonna try you.
They're gonna try to get around it. So
they're gonna try you.
That comes with it.
Okay, Yona, let's talk about this. Our last conversation, you were still in the basement. You're not in that basement no more.
Yes.
So when it comes to being out of the basement, what has been the hardest and most positive transition to actually having a brick and mortar?
I think The hardest would be to just, I think, keeping everything in line, like, you know, maintenance, you know, things that needs to be clean and stuff or whatever. Like, it's like a weekly schedule now. Then it was different from when you was just in the basement or whatever. Like, the finances is different. Of course, or whatever. So that, but the most positive, I think, is just the impact that it has on the kids. Watching them transform from the basement to the gym or whatever is a trend. Like, for me, it is, of course, but for the kids, you can see the difference in them too or whatever. Just having them, giving them that extra space that they need, or those different type of equipment, you know, the exercise equipment that we didn't have in the basement or whatever. So I think that's the positive effect to see, like, them really get into a real form with KFIT, providing them with a real gym.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
When I transitioned from the basement to here, it was hard. I lost 50% of my clientele. That was really based upon people didn't like the change. So now I'm at that point where I had to fire people, you know, because like you talked about finances and you got overhead, you don't really have time to play with people.
Yeah.
So you have to move differently now because the bills is coming.
Yes.
It's like the bills is coming, so it ain't like I can sit around and be like, you do your best to work with people. Yeah. But just like how people go to their jobs and they ain't doing their part, you gotta hold people accountable and fire them.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah, because that's just how it is. Like, you want to be nice, but it's not always like that.
No.
It's not always like that. And then you have to make room for the other people that want to be in there. Yeah. They be taking somebody else's spot.
Exactly.
Let's see, Yana. You got the second annual KFIT barbecue. What should people expect versus last year?
More structure.
You saying last year was structure?
Yeah, so last year, I had came up with the idea to do the barbecue, I think mid-June. I was like, told my friends, hey, I text them all in the group. Hey, if I have a barbecue and we have like a fields day or whatever, would y'all help me out or whatever, you know what I'm saying, plan this? They all was like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Cool.
So it was just something that came.
It just came out, like, they like, cool. And then I'm like, I put on Instagram, I asked the kids, like did like a little poll, like to ask them. I said, you know, if I had a barbecue, a KFIT barbecue with 3-on-3 flag football, volleyball, like, you know, would y'all be interested to come? And like, I probably had like 50 yeses in probably like 20 minutes. So I'm like, dang, dang, they really want to do this. So we literally just started planning the barbecue mid-June, and then we made it into August 1st. So we literally had a month and a half to plan everything to get ready for that barbecue that we had last year. And even though it was like a great turnout, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was rushed. It was put together as fast as we could or whatever. Like, this year, we taken our time. You know what I'm saying? We didn't prep. I have like 8 different staff members, you know what I'm saying, that we've been meeting with every month or whatever, just to plan and, you know, make sure everything goes smooth. You know, this year we're trying to give away book bags for the kids and stuff or whatever. So it's a lot more that we're trying to, a lot more structure. Everything can be on time, you know what I'm saying, with the games and stuff, and just to have a great time or whatever. Like,
do you need anything, additional sponsors? I mean, drinks, coolers, food, is everything covered? So yeah. Everything
for the, like, meat wise and stuff, we got all that covered. I think everybody who has donated, you know, meat and, you know, took care of all of that. So now it's just like about getting hot dog, hamburger buns, Gatorade, waters. You know, if you got coolers, just, you can bring the cooler, you can drop the cooler off, I come pick the cooler up. I need coolers. I need a lot of coolers, you know, with ice and Gatorade and waters in it. It's gonna be a hot day. We're gonna be out there all day running around. Want everybody to stay hydrated.
What's the time? 2 to what?
So I'm thinking roughly from 2 p.m. and then like no later than 7 p.m. Like about
Okay,
that.
so that's about 5 hours, y'all.
Yeah, so about 5 hours.
So that's August 1st.
Yep, August 1st, Saturday. Next Saturday, so not tomorrow. The following Saturday, August 1st, 2 p.m. at Cloud Park in Huber Heights, right across the street from Kroger's.
Okay. Yona, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Think about this, because I'm riding with you. I'm riding and I'm rocking with you. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I would say I'm hoping to be.
And we're not gonna say hope. We always gonna watch our words.
You're right. So I want to be training for like some type of college. You know, I want to be a personal trainer for university or a mid college and stuff like that. Whatever steps. Like I'm trying to get in the door with more high schools too, or whatever, and we could even start to build there. Like if I can get some of these high schools to solidify me, to bring me in, train their teams, to prepare them to get them ready for the season and stuff or whatever. So I'm hoping that, and I'm hoping to open up a second gym before, within those 5 year span. I want to open a gym. I want to have a gym that's for just weight training. Then I want to have a gym that's for just agility,
Speed, agility.
Just a big wide open space.
Performance.
Yep.
I can see you doing that.
Yeah. So
I'm a ride with whatever you need me to do, but I see that.
Yeah.
And everybody else see that. So we're going to push to get you in the schools and the universities.
Yes.
One of my clients, they wanted me to ask you this. They said, why is it that she only train kids? And it made me think, well, I only train adults. And I only train adults because as I'm getting older, I don't want to see us on medication. I don't want to see us not living our best lives. So that's why I always preach, put the alcohol down, be the best version of you every day.
Yeah.
So with you training the kids, why did you pick that lane right now?
I think it's just a comfortable lane for me because all my life I've been an athlete. I've been playing basketball, high school, went to college for basketball. So I think finishing out everything, then coming back, realizing of what an athlete needed or what I needed growing up, what I needed, growing up in my community to prepare me for the next level. Because when I got to college, it was like a shock. Like we were doing things, that I never imagined, because while I was home in high school, I didn't have a coach explaining to me just certain things, So when I got there, like it was like just so much going on. So all I just started to do now is just take everything that I went through and teach it to these kids now or whatever. So once they get to their level, they are already a couple steps ahead of the game or whatever, not just physically, but mentally too. Because, just pouring, they just need that knowledge or whatever. And, everybody doesn't have that. Yeah, you have some people that probably went to college and have older people to look up to, but it's a lot of people that don't. They the first year. And I was the first year. I was the first one in my family to go to college, complete college or whatever. So it was a lot that I had to learn on my own. So I'm just trying to be able to give the game back to everybody around me, because if I had someone like me around when I was younger, like that would have been the best thing ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to come get me, take me to workouts, help me out, hang out with me, just be that mentor that I need, that believes in what I'm trying to believe in and stuff, whatever. So I think that's my lane, whatever, because I understand being an athlete and like, anybody can know, like once you've been an athlete all your life and then you graduate from college, you don't know what to do with your life because you have literally did all of this your whole life, all this discipline. So when you get out here in the world, you just like, so these kids put me back in that mode to like, I feel like I'm back at school. Like I gotta, keep me on a certain schedule, keep me in a certain mentor, whatever. So I think it's just a perfect thing for me.
I'm proud of you, because you did pick your lane and you thriving in your lane. One thing, I don't necessarily always get the student athletes. I get the parents that say, I need you to mentor my kids to stay out of trouble. That's a different ball game because now they forced.
Yeah.
And that conversation different. They ain't coming for structure. They coming, hey, teach me that boxing stuff. And then after that, like they learn a little bit. It's like, I don't go over there and talk to them no more.
And that's what you always say. And I was like, I don't get that. I get the kids.
Yeah, you get the kids
that got future plans, that want to be this, that want to be that. So they come in head on straight or whatever. So I get the difference.
Yeah, I get the difference of it.
Yeah.
But overall, no, you doing your thing.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you think you will ever start training adults?
I have a couple that I do. I have a couple that I do here and there, but it's like you gotta be focused. Cause I just don't have time or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got 50 plus kids to worry about. I can't be worried about your grown, but not doing what you want to do, wanting me to watch you every step. Like you feel me? That's just not my lane anymore, and I have accepted, and I just cannot do it because it's certain things.
It's tough.
It's certain things as an adult. Like, come on,
you're supposed to know.
You know.
You're supposed to know.
You know to do this and do that. So I just don't have the time. I think it's better for me to chase the kids and get on the kids rather than me trying to chase an adult and get on the adult. So I just like, now if I got a couple, like I said, I got a couple friends, they gonna do what I tell them, they gonna lock in and stuff, oh, that's fine. But if you need, you know, all that help and stuff, I'm not for you.
If you say I'm not for you, hey, look, Yana, it's somebody right now, and I always go to this, that's watching your story from being in that basement to now having your own brick and mortar.
Yeah.
And it's a different ball game when you bet on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, can't nobody say, hey, gym closed today, you make your own rules. And you got a lot of skin in the game. That's what it is. You got a lot of skin in the game.
Yeah.
When you got your own business.
Yeah.
Somebody right now watching you, what kind of advice could you give them when ain't nobody liking your video, ain't nobody following you, and it can be discouraging?
I think you have to believe when there is nothing to believe in.
Faith.
Yes, like when you are first starting out, like you have to be your biggest believer, and that you can't expect anybody close to you to be the one that you feel that needs to believe in you, because that's not going to be the person that help you believe in yourself or whatever. And I know sometimes it takes for us to get that one person to give us a chance and stuff or whatever, and that one person is always going to be a random stranger. So I think in the beginning, like when you're not getting those likes or you're not getting that attention from people or whatever, you have to keep focusing. You have to keep staying the course or whatever, what you're trying to do, and don't give up or whatever, because once you give up, you know what I'm saying, that it's just not for you. Obviously, it's not for you. So you have to see through those hard times, those dark times, those times where you're by yourself, and eventually, if you keep doing that, then you're going to see some light. And like I said, it's going to be one or two people who is going to trust in you and give you a chance, and those two people are the ones who's going to change your whole business.
Thank you, Yana. Outside of KFIT Barbecue, August the 1st, 2 p.m., McCloud Park. What other future projects do you have for our audience? Or you want to keep it under wraps? You got clothes, you got food, you got, what else you got?
No, right now we don't have anything else coming in.
You taking any new people?
Yeah, we always taking new people. We always here to help as many people as we can, but we don't have any other events at the moment coming up, but I will make sure to keep everybody tuned if we do.
Let everybody know your address if they don't already know where your location is at.
So I'm at 101 Woodman Drive, right across from the Big Lock, where Planet Fitness, right across from McDonald's, 101 Woodman Drive, right across from the Air Force Base.
All right. Once again, Yana, I'm proud of you. If I had some more flowers, I would give them to you. But keep doing what you do.
Yes.
And we out. Much love.
Yes.
Give me some George Anderson. All right, well, love.